Every generation gets the chance to shape the world. But the challenges faced today are becoming more complex with the pace of economic, social, and technological change. The world is defined by the people who live in it. So we believe the solution is to develop responsible, entrepreneurial, and skilled young leaders today who will make a positive impact for our future. Since 1948, we've been providing young people with practical leadership experiences across the world, where they have the freedom to fail and the chance to overcome challenges they face. A space where they can discover what really matters to them and realize their potential for the future. We give young people a chance to see the world, because if you can see it, then you can start to understand it. And if you understand it, then you can start to change it. For over 70 years, we've provided more than 1 million young people with life-changing opportunities together with like-minded organizations. But we can't stop now. Because only when we create more of these leadership stories together will we truly see a remarkable impact on the world. History has shown us what just one great leader can do. So imagine what a billion great leaders could do. This is why we do what we do for youth.
It's an easy question, right? Well, maybe not for everyone. There are some people who can no longer say that they belong to one place. Okay, we know. We know that in the end there is a specific place written in their passport. But maybe their best friend belongs somewhere else, and their biggest learnings happen in some other. The place where they were born, their heritage, their families, their happiest summer may all be in completely different places. Now this might sound bittersweet, but if you ask any of them, probably they will all answer the same. I feel grateful about it, because they know that this has made them who they are. A more aware, understanding, and complete human being.
A global citizen is someone who self-identifies first and foremost not as a member of a state, a tribe, or a nation, but as a member of the human race, and someone who's prepared to act on that belief to tackle our world's greatest challenges.
If you want to get where they are, you will need to destroy all your prejudices. You need to be curious, friendly, open-minded, tolerant, humble, respectful. You will be amazed, delighted, disgusted, mind-blown.
You don't have to be brave to travel. You just have to have a little bit of courage to start, to leave.
At times, you will feel nostalgic, homesick, tired, overwhelmed. After all of this, you will never be the same. This will completely change the way you see things, the way you walk the earth, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you treat others, and the way you live.
We have so much more in common with people around the world than you may think. We are all looking for fulfillment.
You will understand we are all the same, all human. And how amazing that is, because we can connect and learn from each other. It's about becoming a person aware of what happens in our world. It's about enjoying the ride. Okay, I think we have the shot. Okay.
As we say in Kumba, do what we can with what we have to leave a space better than we found it.
But above all, it's about striving to understand everybody. Because that's the only way you can contribute to making this a better place for everyone. And that's what it means to be a world citizen.
I'm a world citizen.
I am a world citizen.
I am a world citizen.
Είμαι πολίτης του κόσμου.
我是一位世界公民。
أنا مواطنة العالم.
Soy un ciudadano global.
Je suis une citoyenne du monde.
Ich bin ein Weltbürger.
Я съм светски становник.
Ben dünya vatandaşıyım.
Я гражданин.
I know you're tough, but always remember to be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never embarrass mama. Yeah.
Every generation has the chance to shape the world, but the challenges faced today are more complex than ever before. And yet everywhere, education systems are leaving young people unprepared to deal with the pace of economic, social and technological change. The world is defined by the people who live in it, so we believe the solution is to develop responsible and entrepreneurial young leaders today who will choose how the world will be led tomorrow. Unlike anyone else, we do this by providing practical leadership experiences to tens of thousands of young people all over the world. Since 1948, we've created challenging environments where young people can connect to the world, have the confidence to learn and have the freedom to fail, where they can discover what really matters to them and realize their potential for the future. We give young people a chance to see the world, because if you see it, then you can start to understand it. And if you understand it, then you can start to change it. That's why we've committed to provide life-changing leadership experiences to 1 million young people in the next 3 years. Because when we add all those leadership stories together, we'll see a truly remarkable impact on the world. History has shown us what just one great leader can do. So imagine what 1 million great leaders could do. This is why we do what we do. But it's your world too. So how will you shape it?
It's been a year. Do you remember what you were doing 1 year ago? Where were you at that moment when you realized our lives would never be the same? Maybe you took some time to accept it. Maybe you're still working on that. That's okay. In the last year, we slowed down. We sped up. We found ways to adapt. And complained about all of them. We learned new things. We created. We moved forward. And sometimes stayed still. We raised our voices for what we believe in. We also realized that true leaders emerge in crisis. Who do you want to be emerging out of this experience? What kind of world do you want to create for the years to come? And who do you imagine leading it? Do you want to know a secret? It's us, young people. We don't just have to accept a new normal. We can create it. Every generation has its heroes, and we can be the heroes that lead this generation. Leadership is for everyone, and this is your invitation to activate your leadership with Aiesec.
Do you ever get stuck? You've been there, trying over and over without finding a way to solve the problem. But here's the secret. You already have everything you need.
Solution-minded is a mindset that there is a solution to every problem, and we have a way to get there. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone has the opportunity for that success.
You might need to take risks, so go for it. What if you fail? Well then, you stand up, you shake off the dust, and you try again. Because no matter how hard things get, and how uncertain they may be, there's always a way.
hustle would be putting all your effort into achieving the goal at hand. And for me, that means making every minute count.
A different tool is not the solution. This is not someone else's problem. No excuses. You need to work with what you have and make it happen.
According to your values and according to how the situation is.
Take bathroom toilet, just trying to reply.
No one ever developed by solving easy challenges. So, be resilient instead of complaining about the circumstances. Adapt and change the way you think.
Confusing, itching, scratching, mumbling, bumbling, grumbling, humbling, stumbling, grinding away at yourself. Stop it and just do!
That's what it means to be solution-oriented.
When one of my closest friends joined Aiesec, we used to joke that she wanted to become like Prime Minister or something. She took me along to a few information sessions at university, and eventually I became a member. But it wasn't until months later that I learned what Aiesec was really about. Then I was convinced.
Our team in Peru was responsible for finding students for international placements. In our first month, our team leader came to us and told us, "You need to recruit students for an IT internship." We barely had any experience or knowledge, but we just needed to make it happen. It was a challenging experience, but that was the thing that actually kept us going.
In my first job within Aiesec, I was a member and later became a team leader of 7 members. Together we raised money and found new partners for conferences. Although we weren't always successful, we learned and accomplished a lot. The experience really taught me the importance of finding a solution to a challenge and actually making things happen. I've learned so much about fundraising, signing partnerships, and organising events.
I volunteered in Mexico City for 6 weeks with an NGO that provided education programs for a small urban community. It was my first experience of being in such a different reality, where people really had no access to education or basic needs. I was given the task of revising the structure of the NGO, finding bottlenecks and coming up with solutions for them. We came up with 2 new projects for the NGO. One, to solve their financial problems with new fundraising and marketing activities, and one, providing the local women with professional skills training, helping them to be self-sufficient and take care of their families.
I worked for 4 months as a marketing intern in a family-run textiles business in Jaipur, India, where I built and implemented a marketing strategy. The most memorable part, one time I had to do a photo shoot for our portfolio. We didn't have a photo studio or enough money for an agency, but we did have a roof and the sun. So there I was, alone on the roof in 35 degrees heat, taking pictures of about 300 fabric samples. I think I lost a couple of kilos on that roof. The portfolio was a success and the placement was an amazing learning experience. I managed to make a real positive impact in the business during my time there. And in the process also learned a lot about myself. It prepared me for my first job, which I am looking forward to.
After my time at Aiesec, I see many possibilities. Working for the UN, for a global NGO, being part of a big corporation, or a startup. No matter what comes next, the most important thing for me is to fight for a purpose, like we've been doing in Aiesec. I know that the world still needs many things to be better, and I want to be part of that change.
In a world that seems to be constantly changing, where social issues are prevalent and global digitalization is rampant, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. But what if I told you that with every step we take, big or small, we can help to achieve peace in this world. We are committed to making a difference in this world. We believe that through our actions, we can bring about positive change and help to fulfill humankind's potential. We are dedicated to develop the next generation of leaders who will help shape the future. It's more important than ever that we show the world who we are and what we stand for. We are a community of individuals who are passionate about creating a better future for ourselves and for others. Imagine a world where every young person has the skills and confidence to lead change, where we work together to solve the biggest challenges facing our realm, from climate change to social inequality. A world where we support one another and inspire each other to be the best version of ourselves. This is the world we're working towards, and we need your help to make it a reality. So join us in our mission to develop young leaders and create a better future for all. Whether you're interested in volunteering, teaching, interning, or having discussions, Aiesec offers a place for you to grow, learn, and create an impact. So let's inspire and be inspired. Let's work together to build a world where peace and fulfillment are within reach. Let's take action, not just for ourselves, but for the greater good, and develop your leadership with Aiesec.